right.
Right.
I'm Emily, and I'm here with Eliana, who's an
Hello.
illustrator. She's going to share a dream with us today, and I'm going to make an artistic interpretation of her dream. So, without further ado, take it
Here
away.
I am. Okay. So I have this like old dream book that my boyfriend gave me. I think he just got tired of, or sorry, my ex-boyfriend. I think he just got tired of like hearing me talk about my dreams, so he gave me this dream book. I don't know. Yeah. So this entry was from like 2011, and I still remember this dream, so that's why I chose to talk about it. So let me just say I am very terrified of bees. I mean, I run away from them if they're even just slightly near me. If I see one, I will leave. I will leave. I mean, there's no stopping me. So there was a bee nest so there were like bees coming out of the vent in my house, and so I walked up and like looked. I'm like looking up because that's where my vent is, but so I look, and there was a beehive in my attic, or my vent, and I was just disgusted. I mean, that's horrible. That's horrifying for me. Yeah, I know. My goodness. So my family sees this, I guess, and they just tell me I can't take this anymore. Like, this has been happening. And, and they leave. They just leave me with all these bees flooding my house. And this little kid, amongst like all these bees, he walks up to me. He's like 5 or 6, I think. I just remember that he had like a bowl cut and
90.
Blonde, like like maybe like a 70s little kid or something.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And he had like this like bleached blonde hair. I mean, not bleached obviously, but like blonde, natural blonde. Yeah, and he says, I have to leave too. And I don't really like children. I mean, not, but I just remember feeling really sad that he said this. Like, I had some kind of connection with this kid. So
not someone you knew previously.
Yeah, no, I had no idea who this kid was, but in the dream, I knew who he was.
Yeah.
I guess in feeling, like not so much like I recognized him. And I just remember feeling really sad, and that like I cared for him a lot. And then I guess like while I'm staring at him, he applies this like jelly aloe vera kind of slimy thing on his lips, and it's red. But I wouldn't call it blood or anything.
Right.
Because it was like thick, and it was like goopy and like kind of slimy actually.
It's like a lip gloss kind of thing.
Sort of, yeah, but like thicker. I think like thicker lip gloss. But yeah, there was a definite shine to it. And yeah, and then he like kisses me like kind of like a peck, like a motherly grandma kind of peck.
Like nothing weird. Like just
nothing weird, just like business as usual, like just
yeah.
Just, a little smooth. Yeah, just a little. Yeah, and so then that gooey stuff like gets on me, and I guess it was like a lot of it, even though it was like a little peg. It wasn't like anything weird. But yeah, so then that slowly starts dripping off my face, and I'm looking where it's going, and it's hitting like a factory floor, like a cement kind of dirty floor. And then I wake up. And I go to school, I guess. I guess that's what I do in 2011.
What did you feel when you felt that kiss upon your lips? What was the emotion there?
The emotion, I think it was like, it felt very sweet because, and normally I think that sort of thing is a little odd, or not something that I would do personally, like with my mom or grandma or whatever, but I knew what it was, and it was like really sweet, like the sweet thing.
Yeah.
I think it was just kind of touching, I guess.
And you didn't get like a similar kind of farewell from your actual family?
Mm-mm.
That's
No, they were like, we're gonna leave because these bees are everywhere and we just can't deal with it.
They're like, peace out. Good luck with the bees.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. I'm actually deathly afraid of them. Very afraid of them. In dream life and waking life.
Yeah. Are you allergic to bees?
No. I mean, not that I know of. I did take an allergy test once, and they told me that I was slightly allergic to beef.
Slightly? I didn't know that was a thing.
Neither did I. And I was like, what the hell is this? Like, what does this mean? And they were like, you're slightly allergic to beef. And I was like, well, should I stop eating it? And they were like, no, you can still eat it. Like, why do I need this information? What do I do with this? Does it make me like slightly sick? Or I don't have like, I don't know. I've never felt anything from eating beef, or I don't know. It's weird information, but kind of funny. Yeah.
So have you looked up what bees represent in dreams? I mean, obviously this whole science of dream interpretation that I know a tiny bit about, mostly nothing actually. And anything I have learned, I've forgotten, so.
Right. Yeah. I mean, usually when you have a weird dream, you're like, what does this mean? You ask the Google.
Got me.
So I asked Google, I did.
What did Google
say? It says the bee or beehive represents rebirth and order within your life. To witness a swarm of bees generally represents the importance of power over love affairs and other relationships of the heart. But I mean, it wasn't like a swarm. They were kind of gently like, just like going out.
Yeah.
I mean, nastily, I can appreciate them for what they do, but
sure. You don't want them on you.
I don't want them near me, in my vicinity, in my area.
Yeah, fair enough.
I saw one that like was on my rug the other day, and I just like, this cannot happen ever again. It was dead, but
you didn't kill it.
No, I didn't kill it.
Okay.
No, I would never. I would not even. If I see one, I run away. I will run away, leave it alone. You live here now. Like, if it were in my house, like, this is now your house.
Here's the keys.
Yeah, here are the keys. Like, I'll still pay.
Just don't sting me.
Yeah, just do not sting me. I've never been stung either, and maybe 2020 is the year I get stung.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Yeah, it's just kind of like icing on the cake. Like, I get a bee sting in 2020 after avoiding
right
this long.
So if bees represent all those things you said about rebirth and uh, power in relationships and stuff. It makes me wonder who the boy was in the dream. The boy with the slobbery lips.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me wonder.
Yeah. An order within my life. I mean,
and it seems like he had a very comforting presence.
Yeah, almost like a child, sort of. I mean, I do remember feeling like it was like a child. Like I wouldn't say like I wasn't like, oh, that's my son, but like it just felt that way, like very like a motherly son kind of relationship.
And the fact that he was leaving, I wonder if that's significant. Like maybe that represents a change in your life.
Yeah, maybe. I think the exact day was January 23rd, 2011. And what happened there? I don't know.
A while ago.
Yeah, it was a little while ago.
So what do you think about dreams? Do you think that dreams are always significant, or do you think sometimes they're just like weird bullshit that your brain comes up with because you're bored or whatever?
Well, I definitely think it's like sometimes weird bullshit. I remember I was walking around, I think it was like downtown or something, and there was like a bucket of lint. Like it looked like a bucket of lint. And I just, walked past it, didn't think anything else of it. And I went to sleep that night and it was all over my dream. I mean, like like that bucket of lint was like spraying in my dream. And like, it's like, I remember looking at this, but it wasn't like significant. It didn't like change my life or anything, but
yeah, sometimes a bucket of lint in a dream is just a bucket of lint.
Right. Yeah, like there was no asking Google for that one. Like just take it as it comes.
Exactly. All right. I think this is my interpretation of your dream. I mean, it's a bit
yeah.
I didn't get all the details, but I feel like it's a nice sort of logo for your dream.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, definitely a logo. It's kind of perfect.
All right. Well, Eliana, thank you so much for sharing your dream with us.
Thank you for having me.
You might be joining us as a dream drawer soon. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're an illustrator yourself.
Can't wait.
Cool. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
See you later.
See ya.